So Robert Whittaker with an amazing, masterful performance versus Gastelum. And we have Vettori. I just noticed on his Instagram, I'll read it to you guys. He says, "What's up, little guy? Ready to go? Are you still feeding bananas to your dog from your own mouth? It's because I'd like to break all your teeth so that you can do it even better. Can't hide forever. It's inevitable." Super interesting. You know, he's obviously trying to sell that fight. He's trying to push that fight. He obviously knows that Whittaker's next. I mean, it's obvious that Whittaker's next. Yeah, Whittaker had 3 fights, 3 wins in a row, right? And Vettori has 5. I guess he could use that as an argument, right? Hey, I have 5 wins, you only have 3. But who did you guys fight, right? The people that Vettori has wins over aren't the same type of guys that Whittaker has over, right? And like, yeah, when he fought Cannonier, okay, when he fought Cannonier, he was already given that rematch, you know, it was already his, and it was his prerogative. He was the one who turned it down. Now he is ready. You know, he's fully recovered from that injury. He's ready to get his belt back, and he thinks that he can beat Israel. I certainly think he can beat Israel, but let me know in the comments, because Israel's really good too. Like, that's the thing. I don't know. It's hard for me to understand how Israel's going to have 2 losses in a row, because he's just so good, and I just can't imagine that, because, you know, he's coming off of a loss versus Jan Blachowicz, a different division, but Robert Whittaker can use that. You know, he can use, you know, he was exposed, you know, he could see any fight that a fighter has, like, they can use, the opponent can use that film, you know, against them and be like, oh, you did this wrong. Oh, you do this. I'm going to use that, you know, sort of thing. So he's going to look at that and he's going to be like, okay, I know how to come at this now. You know, I know how to beat Israel now, you know. I think there's lots of factors that plays when they originally fought, you know, his injury and stuff like that, you know, little excuses, you know. And now Israel is coming off of a loss. Yeah, it is a different division, but I feel like that even factors in too. Like, that momentum, you know, is a little bit shaken up because he's coming off of a loss. Maybe it's going to affect him, you know. And Robert Whittaker, you know, he's coming off these 3 wins, super strong, super masterful performance. You know, Vettori versus Robert Whittaker, should they fight? And then whoever the winner of that fights Israel, that's also a possibility. I don't really like it. I think, like, Robert Whittaker's gonna win for sure versus Vettori. I just don't think he's as good. And you know, Vettori, his last fight with Kevin Holland was a little bit boring. And I think that Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya, that's gonna be a more exciting fight and give the fans what we want to see. But let me know in the comments what you think.